Hi folks, my name's Daz Keenan, welcome to the Guitarporn group. Today I'm going to be doing a demo of a Fuzz Face Professional by BigZed pedals. Now these pedals are handmade in the UK by Bill himself and they are absolutely phenomenal. Now I know what you're thinking, it's another Fuzz Face, do we really need it? In all honesty, I think we do, because this one has a bias voltage control. Now what you do is you take the pedal itself, it's got a little bias voltage switch, and you'll see on an LED here that you can change the bias voltage using this switch here anywhere between 0.1 and 7.5. So I hope that you've been able to actually see that. But it is absolutely amazing. Like the pedal itself, it's on an angled enclosure, which for me is something that I really like, because you can then put your foot into a more natural position to actually step on it, or your foot can go into a more natural position to step on it. The other thing is it's got green LEDs to light it up, and that's quite useful due to the fact that it's more visible when you're in a dark setting. So there's numbers on the knobs, the light goes through the knob and you can then see exactly what number that it's on. So I'm going to start off the demo by putting the intensity of the fuzz to 4.5 volts. As I understand, the earlier fuzz face pedals, as in the originals, actually ran at a lower voltage, so this pedal can actually sound more vintage correct if you can get it to that exact voltage. When you put it to the lower voltages, it's almost as if it's an overdriven fuzz, because there's a bit of a volume increase and it's really intense. It sounds amazing when it's on that particular setting. When you put it up to 7.5 volts, it's a bit more sputtery. It's almost gated, where if you do like a sort of simple lead pattern, your notes will choke out, almost like in a bad way, but it can be quite useful from a sort of tonal aspect. I mean, it could be quite good for whatever music you're playing it for, but it is definitely a very versatile fuzz compared to your normal fuzz faces. And the fact that it's called professional, I mean that just says everything, I suppose, and it really is an absolutely wonderful piece of kit. So again, we're on 4.5 volts, the fuzz is at its top end, the volume is at number 10, I'm just going to put it at 10 just for the sake of it, and I'm using a Gibson, I'm using a Gibson SG Future Tribute with this pedal just to kind of demonstrate it. So the dry tone sounds like this. So this is 4.5 volts, fuzz at the top end and volume at the top end. So really nice sounding fuzz. When you turn the fuzz intensity down a little bit, you will notice a major difference. So for the rest of the video, I'm just going to be keeping the fuzz on full tilt, because I feel that kind of going between different fuzz intensities throughout the video, it's just going to make it unnecessarily long. So you've got the general idea of what that sounds like. So the bias voltage I'm going to be putting down to, I'm going to put it down to 2, just to let you hear what it sounds like on 2. Now you will get a volume increase from that, so it's when went from 4.5 to 2, and there is a volume increase. So there definitely is a volume increase when you put it down to the lower voltages. I'm going to put it down to its lowest voltage, which is 0.1. I'm actually going to put the volume down slightly because it will be just a little bit too loud for my neighbours. And this is what it sounds like. So again, I'm going to put the volume straight back up because the bias voltage I will be putting up to 6. Now, this is where it starts to get a little bit funny because it starts to get a little bit sputtery sounding. When you put it right to the bottom end, it does sound a little bit as if you're kind of, I'm trying to think of a sort of not too crude way to put it, but it sounds as if the notes go a little bit farty sounding, which is, I mean, although it just sounds a little bit more like that sort of broken ampy sound when you put the fuzz intensity down, actually, when you've got it in the lower voltages. When you put it up higher, it's almost as if it starts to gate it, where the notes just start to fizzle out. When you get it to the highest voltage, it gets to the point where it just sounds gated and you actually have to accentuate each note. So when you do hammer offs and pull offs and stuff like that, it won't really work very well. So this is on 6, sorry, this is on 6 and everything's at full tilt, so fuzz and volume. So you'll notice that it sounds a little bit crackly and a little bit sort of broken, but when you put it up to the full voltage, which is 7.5, it will actually get to the point where it sounds really, really stuttery. So you'll notice that when I was doing little sort of hammer-on type things, it just wasn't working properly. But it's something that can actually add to your sound, although it's taken away. So for me, the Fuzz Face Professional really is something that it ticks quite a lot of boxes. You can get that original Fuzz Face sound, but you can also get an awful lot more sounds in between and round about sort of thing. So when you put these voltages down and back up, it really does a lot to it. Again, I would like to thank, excuse me, I would like to thank BigZed pedals for sending me these pedals up to demonstrate, because they really are fantastic quality, and I can't say enough nice things about not just the pedals but Bill himself. Bill's been really, really understanding, because it's taken me quite a long time to get these demos onto YouTube. And honestly, I can't thank you enough. Now, another note, the Facebook group has actually reached 1,000 members, I'm happy to say, and I'd like to thank you guys for being a part of it. So for anybody that stuck with the group from the beginning, and even new members, thanks so much, because it's something that I spend quite a lot of time on. I'm the single sort of admin for the group, so if there's any sort of riff-raff or anything like that, it's pulled immediately. It's something that I will notice, and I do that because I feel that the group should be policed. It should be made an environment for the people that are in it, which is why anything should go to a group vote. So if there's anything at all that you think we should do in the group, or anything that we should stop doing in the group, it's something that I would say, ask me, PM me, and I will try and sort it. But it will be something that will be put to group. So again, thanks for making the group just, I mean, as amazing it is, because the community is just awesome. So that concludes another demo, and if you've liked it, subscribe, and hopefully I'll get some more pedal demos done as soon as I can. So thanks again for your time, and take care.